Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ragazi. I'm back with another crazy sample. I'm gonna show you guys how I found it, okay? Um, so this artist, Freddie Houston, one of his songs called I Gotta Move popped up on a Northern Soul playlist that I was listening to. And I looked him up on this site, discogs.com. You can find all cool record labels from older soul songs and artists and stuff like that. So I looked up Freddie Houston, the song I Gotta Move, and all this other stuff came up. And I searched all these other songs in between until I found this sample that we're gonna flip today. Okay, so the name of the song is Chills and Fever by Freddie Houston. It's a funk soul blues record. This came out in the 70s, I believe, but he actually recorded it with another label in 1966. Um, but he redid it and reworked it, and then it was put out as this version on Old Town Records. Okay, I did some studying on this. I looked it up because I was really curious because I realized there was two versions of this song and they were both made by Freddie Houston, but I guess he wanted a more polished version, and so we got this. We got Chills and Fever, okay? Um, I'm gonna walk you guys the full chopping process, and I'm gonna explain more of the chops in this one because I noticed in the comments on my last sampling video that there was some people interested in how I pick my chops. Okay, so the BPM for this song is 18.46, but I dropped my overall BPM to 88 because it's a fast song. It's a mover. So here's the sample. I'll play it. Okay, so that's pretty much what we're working with. And so how I chop this, how I'm gonna chop this is I'm just gonna find the song start. That's gonna be my cue, okay? So it's after this little whiny trombone right there. That's a key point. That's right when it starts. I mean, if you start your sample with this, everything else will fall in line. Now, what I'm hearing next is that wah, 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 wah. That's the beat dropping into another tone. So I want that part. And for me, anyways, when I sample. So I'm going to grab it right here. The reason why I'm grabbing this is because it's diverse. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to split this up into two chops because I'll have more creative control. Okay, so if I want to use the end of this in a different section where it's not supposed to be, I can. So you'll find a lot of the times I will take a really good chop and chop it twice so I can do more with it, put it where it's not supposed to be. Now I'm going to grab something over here because that sounds like I can use it as a turnaround now. I don't grab too much of the turnarounds because um, when you're making a beat in hip hop format, you don't need a full soul turnaround like this. You only need like a bar, 2 bars, instead of like 4 bars or whatever. I might grab the voice. We might use it later. Who knows? Trying to find this chop that's way over to the left because I need it. I mean, you can open up like 5 or 6 Seratos if you want, as much as your computer can handle, and you can do all different slices in each and every one of them. Get a main direction going with one of them, and then just keep swapping out chops. I mean, it'll take you time, but I've actually done like 3 instances of Serato where they all had different chops because I was running out of room on the keys. So, you know, I had 49 keys in each one. That's a lot of chops. If you add up like 3 of them, then it's crazy. You can. I might take these drums out. You can take the drums out right here. You'll see a microphone, piano keys, a guitar, and like a little snare drum with the drumsticks. You just click this. Everything that's lit up yellow is enabled, but if I click on it, it turns to white, or it's like grayed out. That means it took the drums out. And look, you can do it for all of them. I could take the guitar out. I could take the piano out. You might not get anything playing because some of the instruments, they bleed into one another and that at the same pitch, so it thinks that maybe the piano would be a voice and it would take it out, but you really can. Let me try it without the drums in there. Okay. Now we're gonna lay down some drums. Not that bad. Let's lower these. Just gonna do a little bit of tweaking here. Let's get our snare in there. This sample's really heavy, so I want a heavy snare to push through it. There we go. You have to think about these things. Very nice. I hear that's off a little bit. Hi-hat. Oop. There it is. Bada bing. label that kick, snare, and a hi-hat. Hi-hat out of Boston, bada bing, kid. Alright, now we're going to the chops. I need this because it's off. I need to slow that down. I like those trombones though. I like that. That's sounding good. Alright, guys. Lay it. I don't like the way that sounded. I like the start of this, but we need an end. That sounds good. Okay. I'm gonna add that in there. Comes right after. That's it. I'm working one step at a time here because what I had wasn't working. Now we need end. There it is. We got it. Ah. Oh shit. Awesome. Let's work on this turnaround. Okay guys, so this sample was actually a nightmare to flip. The timing was off all over the place. When you listen to it as the full sample, it doesn't sound that bad. But once I got in there and I started chopping it and everything, I noticed that there were little parts that were off that I really couldn't do anything about. It sounds offbeat. I tried speeding up individual chops and slowing them down. I tried changing different BPMs to test that out to see if I had the BPM wrong. I wasn't getting a good clean loop or clean chops. And I really noticed it all once I started formatting the whole beat. So these are all the chops that I made to get the sequence going. And it's just off. I mean, it sounds okay, but you can tell that it's off. The chops are good, but I'll play it for you. this was probably one of the hottest samples that I ever chopped. So how did I fix this? I took these little individual chops that I added. I called it trumpet split because there's trumpets in there. I added these after with a second Serato. And I took my main chops and I highlighted them and I hit Control Alt C. So I consolidated them into this right here. This was all the chops that I wanted. It's exactly what I had in there chopped out, but it's just in one full audio format now. So that was a turnaround that I added in there. What I had to do was I had to go through, I put the metronome on, and I listened to parts that were off that stuck out the most to me. Okay, now I can hear this is off and it's slowed down, and I can see why, because this transient hits right there. So I chopped it right there. And I chopped it right here. And I double clicked on it and I changed it to stretch. And you have to make this unique because once you start stretching this, it's going to stretch other parts that aren't off. So I only want to affect this clip. So I'm going to hold Alt and I'm going to drag this over so it touches. So I'm going to drag this part that's off over. And it'll fit in like that. Hear it? It's smooth now. I had to do that with almost this whole friggin' sample that I chopped up myself. Right here, this is off. When that hits in, I can tell by the grid. So I chopped that. And I chopped it at the end as well. So I can make it unique and it's not affecting anything else. I'll make this one unique too. Every time you do this, you have to make them all unique or it's going to start affecting everything. So drag this back till it looks like it's on grid. And then make it touch so it's all connected, right? These trumpets are off. Right here. Listen, it's delayed. So I grab this here and I cut this right where that second trumpet hits. Again, make them both unique. And I'm going to listen and figure out where it's actually off so I can drag it and line it up. That's as close as I got it because I remember. So after I did all of this, I lined it all up, right? On grid. I imported it again into Serato. So basically I sampled it and then I resampled it. That's the only way that I could figure out how to get this to work because when I was lining it up with the grid, I couldn't see that good in there. There was just little pots in there that I knew were off, and the only way for me to get those to work was probably to resample it in Serato again because I have more control here. I have more control. Okay? So I chopped it almost identically to how I did originally. I changed a little bit. I think I only changed the end of this note, to be honest with you. This is what it sounds like now. Fluent, on beat. It was a lot of work, I'm not gonna lie. And the bass line that I originally had worked. I had to change a couple notes at the end where I changed this chop, but the bass line pretty much worked, okay? Let's add our drums, guys. That added itself in there. Okay, so we got our kicks. Nice, nice. That actually came out good, huh? Got it. This is because my keyboard's shaking. I got it out though. Okay, let's get hats in there now. I want it still natural. I just want to tighten it up. Okay, this chops off right here. We'll fix it. I might be able to do this. Yeah, that's it. There it is. Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna actually switch out these drums for ones that I had before because I feel like whatever I did, it bounced better. Let's beef up this turnaround. It might be too long. I'm hearing maybe a voice here. Okay, so now I can get rid of all of this stuff. I don't need it anymore. It'll still be in the project, but it's not going to be in here. Let's format this a bit. Maybe on the 16th bar going into the hook, I could make it a little more diverse. Hear that one more time. Let's hear it before it actually comes in. I like that, so we're gonna use that for these turnarounds. So the first one stays. This one changes. Okay, let's get an intro. The new intro. Gonna do it with this. With the fixed chops, it'll work better. Well, that's it, guys. That was the nightmare sample from hell, I guess, but it worked out. So I'm really souped on how this came out. I hope you guys like this because this is a really sick sample, and I would hate to, see this sample not be flipped because it's some dope stuff. But all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Take it easy, and I'll see you later.